Taurus placements, Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, or Stellium. Let's do your reading. If you want a private reading, the link to that is in the description box. Let's see, Taurus, what do we have for you? What do we have for you? Wow, okay. Someone here is paying someone to put like a death spell on you. I know, dramatic. That's why I say, wow. This person can have Scorpio, Sagittarius in their chart. They're paying like a lot of money, let me tell you. They're paying like serious money here. Like they have already spent hundreds. I want to even say thousands. And you know, it's interesting because I feel like even though they paid, like there are a couple of people that they actually paid just to guarantee the results. But I mean, you're still here. So it didn't work, right? I mean, let me tell you something about death spells. They don't work. Because it's not up to humans when someone dies. Unless you actually take a knife to them and kill them yourself, you're not gonna be able to cause the universe to kill someone off just because you don't like them or just because you want them dead. Especially those that pay others. I just know they have no clue how energy works. So, I mean, the good thing about this is that this person is being scammed. I think it's very satisfying to see, actually, you know. Like I remember seeing this video about this dude that bought a book called How to Scam People. So he paid for the book, but he never received the book. You get it? So he got scammed for trying to scam. And I feel like this person is trying to cause death in your life, like your death, not knowing that these people that they're paying, they're making good money from them with no results. And you know, these things, they're not like something that you can like spells specifically. You can't really sue someone for doing a spell and not working, because there's no punishment for that. Maybe there used to be, where you burnt them on a stake or some shit like that. But there are no consequences to being scammed. If you get scammed, you are the idiot. You paid your money willingly. Do you know what I mean? Like, no one forced you. The only way that you could sue like scammers is when they actually like hack your account and do it themselves. But if they, for example, call you and they say, okay, give me your card details, and you give it to them, you did that. You can't really do much with that, because you did that. You paid, you complied. So basically this person is getting scammed because they want you dead. That's what's happening in a nutshell. And you know, it's kind of like hiring a random person thinking that they are a headman, but this person just took your money and disappeared. Because they don't want to kill you. They're trying to get someone to do it for them. And they don't want that person to get caught for it. So they're going through the route of spell work. You know, because there is no evidence that will trace back to them if you died. It will be from natural causes or whatever else, right? So they think that they're being smart, when really they're an idiot that's being scammed. See, there are certain types of people where I don't feel sorry for them if they get scammed. Let them be scammed. And that's the person that you have here, Taurus. Whatever you did that made this person want you dead. I mean, you must have done something bad. You must have done something. Or maybe not. Maybe this person is just petty as fuck. Who knows? But that's what they're trying to do. Spell work that could cause your death. Okay. Idiots like this don't know how energy works. And they're gonna learn a humongous lesson from this. You could have Virgo in your chart as well. This experience that this person is, this quest that they are in, this experience of them trying to end your life through spells, it's probably gonna go back to them and teach them a humongous lesson in life, or about energy or spirituality or how energy works. It's gonna teach them a valuable lesson. Because they're delving into the darkness not knowing that there will be a light for them, meaning that they will probably infuse an awakening for themselves because they're messing with it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like messing with fire. You're gonna learn the lesson of getting burnt. And I feel like they're already getting burnt because they're already being scammed. They are losing money. And they keep trying other people because it's like, okay, so if it doesn't work with this one, I'm gonna try this one because they seem like they know what they're talking about and they do death spells. And they actually go to the people that are offering these services and they're telling them, I want this person dead. You know, like, damn. People can be petty as fuck. They're gonna learn a very valuable lesson, let me tell you. They're gonna learn a very valuable lesson. If these people that they're hiring actually know what they're talking about or know how to delve into dark magic and actually are the real deal, even if they are good at what they do, it's gonna backfire. Because you can't just wish someone dead and you will be served. Even the ones, let's say these people that they are hiring, that they are like voodoo masters, let's say they are dark magic masters, they are the type that will do blood sacrifices for the spells, and that is the real deal, life for life. So let's say they do that shit, okay? Let's say they do that shit. And they are good at what they do. Even that will be up to the universe to decide if you are deserving to die or not. If you're done or not. For example, if I hired this master voodoo spell work, whatever, practitioner, and I gave them a name of someone that is meant to die anyway. I give them a name and they by coincidence, and I hate to use that word, by coincidence, this person is meant to die anyway. They're going to take the credit for their death. And I will think that it's because of the spell that it worked. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So even when people play with these things, it is not about them actually causing it. It is them finding out that it's going to happen anyway. So the cause they will claim and take credit for, when really it's this person was about to die anyway. You know? This person was about to die from stupid shit that they have been doing to themselves. You do not decide who lives and who dies. You cannot. And if you think you can, I mean, there are exceptions, of course, you know. There are exceptions where people have the ability to decide, but they are spiritual people, spiritual beings. They are not petty people. Okay, they are not petty people. I mean, this person is nowhere near that for them to be that type of person that decides who lives and who dies. There are exceptions, but this person is not it. And even the practitioners that they're hiring, good for them, because this person is being scammed by them. Good for them. Like, I think that is a very good scam. Let them be scammed. People like this deserve to be scammed. So the lesson here that they're going to learn from this is them either receiving something that could backfire from them messing or trying to mess with your life, or they're going to learn a lesson that, oh shit, I'm being scammed. Nothing happened to Taurus. They're just fine. And as far as let me tell you something, as far as sacrificial rituals and spell work, even if they are real, meaning that the person that is doing them is actually a genuine practitioner, they will not hit you if you are strong, if you are spiritual, if you are like a spiritual being, or if you are a strong being, if your spirit is strong. You know what I mean? Because people will try. For example, let's say they do black magic on you, whatever magic, and they are really good at that. It will affect you if you have no protection. It will affect you if you have no... For example, if you're an atheist, perfect. You know, if a practitioner is trying to hurt an atheist, it will be easy peasy lemon squeezy. There is no protection on atheists because they refuse the protection. Okay, it is a choice. So they are prone to get hurt by real practitioners. But if you are spiritual, Taurus, if you know that you are a strong spirit, even the strongest spell work could result in you, I don't know, hitting your little toe on the furniture while they have conjured up your death date. You could have stumbled your little toe on the furniture. That's as far as it goes. Do you know what I mean? So this person is wasting their time, their money, and they're probably being used by, like, energetically speaking, their energy is being used up as a life source. So let me tell you, these practitioners that actually know what they're doing, they use people's life force. They don't use their own energy. They use other people's energies. And let me tell you, it's a given. It's not something that it's like, oh my god. Like, sometimes you see me using trolls' energies. You know, when I go live streaming sometimes, I see people trolling, and, you know, I pick and choose who I want to use. Fair and square, you know, it's very fair exchange. I use their life force to enhance my life. And, you know, I actually prefer, like, something personal. The people that are obsessed with me, you know, not just online, I have, like, in real life obsessed people. I use their energy. I consume it. They give it to me. I don't send it back, I use it. So energy, if you are someone that is aware of how energy works, you can do good with it and you can do bad with it, but you have to know what you're dealing with before you deal with them. What I mean, if you are trying to hurt a good person, oh, you're screwed in every which way. But if you're trying to hurt a bad person, and they are actually genuinely bad, not because they didn't do what you wanted them to do, therefore you think they're bad. If you actually want to hurt a bad person, there will be a price to pay. Not money-wise, energy-wise. I mean, this person is paying up, but they're not going to get what they want because they're being scammed. I doubt that these practitioners that they have are genuine. Like, scammers, they are not like the real deal, you know what I mean? They are not the real deal. Like, for example, the real deal is what I call the real deal. I've seen this video of a woman that a voodoo practitioner turned her legs into a cow's legs. That is genuine, by the way. That is the real deal voodoo practitioners. Now, why did it work on this woman that her legs turned into cow legs? I'll tell you why. Because the woman that her legs turned is actually a shitty woman. You cannot affect a good person with no amount of voodoo on earth. Do you understand? So you have to know what you're up against first before you do something energetically. Like, for example, the ones I pick from the trolls on my live streams, I know they are shitty people, even if they pretend to be good. It's all about the energy. So you can use the shitty ones, but you cannot use the good ones. There will be a price to pay. And if you make that mistake, you know, a price will be paid, whether you like it or not. But if you use the shitty ones, it's almost like balancing karma. That is how you become karmic. This is why you have to know what you're doing. So if they are trying to hurt you because they think you are bad when you're not, there's nothing they can do to hurt you, Taurus. Because as a good person, you have automatically protection. Automatically, you're being protected by a bunch of spirits, by your aura itself, by your own soul. So, are you a good person or a bad person? Like, genuinely. I feel like you're a good person because I'm not reading a Taurus that is a shitty person. In fact, the person that is trying to hurt you is the shitty person. Right. Well. That was an interesting read, huh? Okay, let me see. Anything else you want to say before I close this energy? Anything you want to say? Anything else? This person will continue to do this until their life falls apart to the point where they cannot continue it. So basically, they're trying to poison you and they are the one that is poisoning themselves. It's kind of like saying this idiot will continue what they're doing until they actually die off. Or something in them dies, even if they continue to live. And it's so true, you know, like sometimes I look at people that are shitty people and I feel very tempted to react in the physical sense. Like I remember, oh my God, you know, I hate to say this, but you know how many neighbors around me died off? And they're not all old. Because they were trying to create nuisance for me without me bothering them. 3 neighbors died around me. And they're not related or they don't live in the same house or whatever. 3 different neighbors, different years, different phases died off. Because they tried to mess with me. And they probably didn't do magic spells or whatever to try to hurt me. This is like trying to actually act out in the physical sense. And they ended up dead. I mean, I always warn people, don't mess with me because you will probably end up dead somewhere. One of them died in the bathtub. And it's like a mysterious death, apparently. One of them died from an overdose. And what was the other one? And one of them didn't die, but he went to jail. Never to be seen again. So they didn't all die. I misspoke. But I mean, if you go to jail, I guess that's death to your life, right? So, I mean, Taurus, here's the thing. I'm trying to tell you that you have nothing to fear. Because there's a lot of fear around darkness. Darkness is not scary. If you are truly of light, darkness cannot survive. You know? Because you cannot dim light. In the darkness has to serve the light. Because, like, for example, think of it this way, scientifically speaking. If a dark room is dark, and then you switch on a light, the darkness that was in place of the light before it got switched on will have to serve the light for the light to take place in the room. Do you understand the concept? Like, light is always stronger. The darkness serves the light. So if you are of light, you have nothing to fear. But if you are a shitty person, you will get, you know, what you deserve sooner or later without spell work. So if you are a good person, you have nothing to fear. If you are a shitty person, maybe you should be afraid. Okay, well, interesting read. We don't get these types often. So I'm going to pull you another message. The second message is for Taurus extended members, but I'm going to give you a preview before we take it there, okay? Alright, let's see, Taurus. Let's see. Second message. Separate energies I pulled. Second message. We have a Cancerian here that is influenced by people around them, and somehow that also affects you. There's gossip here. And this Cancerian is being influenced. So basically this is someone that is being influenced by people around them, and which results in them not seeing the truth, because a lot of the people that are around this person are projecting onto them. And so it is not like a true reflection of what's happening in this Cancerian's life, possibly in regard to you. So let's say, for example, this person could be asking advice from their friends in regard to you, and they're receiving bad advice, which is not helping your situation with them or their situation with you. Let's see where this goes in the extended. The extended link is in the description box. I'll see you there.